Hello everyone. Today we are going to be replacing this window. The window has shown its age and it's not very efficient anymore. You can see around the outside edges and on the seam in the middle, the homeowner has tried caulking it just to keep the wind from blowing through it and whatnot. So we are going to be removing the window, keeping the frame, and we are going to be installing these glass block. Now, I'm not going to use a normal mortar to set these in place. I actually have found something that's much easier and works extremely well. I will be showing you that here shortly. Alright, I got the window and the window frame taken out, the aluminum frame. I went through and took a putty knife and scraped up all of the loose caulk that was all over the steel outer frame. I took a wire brush and cleaned up all the loose rust here. After the window is installed, the caulk dries, I will be giving this a fresh coat of paint just to help keep it from rusting out after it is installed. Okay, now since we have the window frame all cleaned up, ready for install, now what we got to do is install these blocks. I'm going to give you a kind of rough idea of how this goes together. What you have is this bottom track here, it's a U-shaped track that these blocks will slide into, and it'll hold them in place. This track you normally screw into the sides of the frames to keep it in place. Between the block you have this right here. They are a spacer that also helps keep everything in alignment with each other. Now you have these I actually cut from a long piece. These come in like 32 and 48 inch length, something like that. Same thing with this bottom track. But I cut these for these block, and then between the layers you put this down, and then you can start stacking the next row in. You put your spacer in there. You put the block all the way up. Now when you're doing this, what you need to do is right here on the edges, take and put a bead of this silicone that's meant for glass block. And this is what holds and glues everything together. So you can go like this all the way down, and then on the ends you also have some more of this channel that holds the sides in place, which is also screwed in. But here is the final finished product. As you can see, I got it caulked all the way around the outside. It is screwed on the sides and the bottom into the concrete and into the frame there. It is also got a foam on the sides to take up a little bit of a spacer, because the window was a little bit wider than what the block was. That is one problem with doing glass block, is the fact that you are kind of stuck with certain sizes. The blocks come in 2-inch increments from 4, 6, and 8 inches. I think they do have some that are bigger than that, but I've never dealt with them. Majority of what I've done is 8-inch block. These are actually 6 by 6 inch blocks. They make I think there's 4 by 4, 4 by 6, 4 by 8, 6 by 6, 6 by 8, and 8 by 8 blocks. pretty readily available out there. This system, it is actually really easy to do. You just gotta make sure you use plenty of caulk and sealant and use those spacers like I showed earlier to help keep things in line and that this window won't go anywhere. Couple things before we go here. First thing is that the customer was extremely happy with this after it was done with. I did get some paint on the next day. No, I didn't get any final pictures of it, but second thing is that this is something that anyone can do. It's not real hard. It is a little tight to get the blocks in the track, but the biggest thing is just to pay attention to what you're doing and get silicone between each layer, between the spacers and the block, and also when everything is done, to take some silicone and run a narrow bead in between each of the glass block. So like, subscribe, and comment, and have a wonderful day.